There's a coyote over there. He just ran into the trees. Hey, Mr. Run. How about some coffee? It's delicious. How much time do I got? Plenty of time. Well, Mr. Run, I thought we'd talk very briefly about work, life, whatnot, and it's really hard. I mean, I hate my job, but it's one of the best places I've ever worked at. It's the thing about like, well, if you hate your job, why don't you quit? I'm like, oh no, it's a great job. It's like, why in the world wouldn't I hate it? That's ridiculous. I mean, it's shackles. It's someone in charge of my day. It's someone I have to ask permission to do what I want. Can I please go on vacation on this date? I hate that. Jeez, it rubs me the wrong way. Oh. Oh. But some form of work needs to take place. That's what I've looked for, is some form of work. There's an excellent trend in management. I hope it catches on. But the idea is to keep track of how many times you engage your coworkers, your employees. Um, and if you talk to them 3 times a day, 1 month, the next month you should be working for 2 times a day. And a lot of it is, making sure everyone has, the training and the encouragement to know they have what kind of leeway they have and what kind of decision making is expected of them, and then because most people want to do a good job, and so you give somebody the training and the knowledge, and then you let them go, you let them do their job. But I've had a couple of managers that would sometimes talk to me like, sometimes like 10 times a day, um, several times an hour, and they just felt the need, like and a lot of times, like they would just do or say what first thing that came to their mind, and as time goes on, you kind of get a repetition of that, like you start being able to anticipate what the topic's going to be, and so I would start letting this person know that I was able to anticipate what they were saying. And once they came to understand that, it kind of became a private joke a little bit. I was like, so, I mean, I know, and so why do you keep telling me? I was like, Earl is a little bit of the master of the uncomfortable, oddly enough. Oh. Kind of hoping for that coyote to come back. I had a good job working for myself once. I ran a Taekwondo yoga studio for a while. I didn't teach the yoga, I hired instructors. And that was fantastic. It pretty much wiped out my savings, but it went for about a year and a half. Um, and it was actually just starting to kind of like, it seemed to me I was just starting to get kind of dependable show for students right about when my primary source of income started looking a little sketchy. The business kept diminishing, and I thought this isn't going to last forever. Like over the last 3 years, I was watching the business get smaller and smaller and smaller, and people like start to do like 3 jobs, and normally you're like, you can't make me do 3 jobs, but there was plenty of time to do those 3 jobs. Um, so I had to dump my school, but boy, that was nice. It's one of those things, like, I don't know, people always say you're working all the time, and maybe it's because it's a little bit on your mind, but I don't feel like I was working all the time. I mean, most of the time when I was doing something, I enjoyed it. Um, if even things that weren't necessarily pleasant, like I delivered flyers throughout the neighborhoods trying to promote my business, Um, I got to choose when I did it and how long I did it for and how I went about it. Um, and dealing with students was it was fine. Dealing with hiring instructors, that was no problem. Like, it's like the thing is, like, you just kind of accept whatever unfolds. Maybe, I mean, I was doing a lot of yoga and doing a lot of taekwondo, and I felt really calm and really mellow. And sometimes, like, the instructor I hired wouldn't show up, and the students would show up, um, and just be like, oh, sometimes that's how things work out. And no one really got bent out of shape about it. Um, and I certainly didn't like. I'm going to have to write you up. 3 no-shows counts as a major strike against you, and you'll be under super secret uh, whatever. I said, whatever. Oh, I mean, that's the thing about mix-ups and failures like that. Like I said, most people want to do a good job, so those kind of things don't happen that often. And the people that happen an awful lot to, that's normally easy to deal with and anticipate. Yeah, working for yourself's good. I think that my terrible job, why I like it so much, is it could provide things that the vast majority of the companies in the United States can't provide. Um, like the pay and benefits unnatural. Um, so despite my working all the time, actually I don't work all the time. I try to work as little as I can, and the paychecks of those little as I can cover my needs. I mean, gets a kilo of food, gets me malt liquor, fills up the tiny van full of fuel, um, and there's some leftover for coffee. Yeah, so the search for the perfect job. I don't know if there is one, but it's certainly worth checking out. I mean, there's so many options. I mean, especially like volunteer, donating your time. I mean, um, there's organizations that go all around the world, and some people, like, pretty much just give them like several years of their time, and then they go work in Africa or South America or somewhere, and do community outreach and community support and training and all sorts of different things. Pretty much everything. And doing any kind of art, any kind of artistry, be it like construction, like building or remodeling or anything that's creating. I love that idea. Well, here's to the search for the perfect job. Lonely train whistle in the distance. And good luck to you, Mr. Run. Thanks for joining me for coffee, and I'll see you in the tubes.